Successful leaders place importance on creating a healthy work culture while motivating their employees. Think of a time in your career when you've loved coming to work each day. Perhaps work didn't even feel like work. Or think of the opposite, a job you couldn't wait to leave. As we move through this lecture, reflect on your personal situation. Are there connections you can make between the theories we discuss and your job satisfaction or dissatisfaction? Motivation is a major factor in determining the performance of a school or organization. Motivation is evidenced in effort, persistence, and direction. Effort is the intensity of an employee's work-related behavior. Persistence is the sustained effort employees demonstrate in their work-related activities. Direction refers to the quality of an employee's work in a way that benefits the employer. Motivated employees exert sustained effort in a way that benefits the organization. One of the foundational content theories of motivation is Maslow's need hierarchy. This theory identifies 5 groups of needs. The 5 levels are in order of importance, and one level must be met before the next level emerges. This hierarchy begins with physiological needs, including food, water, and shelter, and progresses up to the 5th level of self-actualization. That need includes the attainment of one's full potential for continued growth. According to Maslow's theory, schools need to be structured to help their employees reach their potential. Leaders have the ability to motivate people to maximize their performance. Learned needs theory maintains that people learn specific needs from their culture. When a need is strong in a person, it motivates the person to use a behavior that will satisfy the need. 3 of these needs are the need for achievement, the need for affiliation, and the need for power. Individuals with a strong need for achievement prefer to work alone on challenging, attainable goals. They desire feedback and recognition. Leaders with this need may find it difficult to delegate responsibilities for fear of a lower quality end product. Individuals with a high need for affiliation desire interpersonal relationships and spend time maintaining social relationships. Leaders with this need may find it difficult to have conversations regarding accountability for fear of being disliked. Individuals with a strong need for power want to influence others, take control, and change people and situations. Leaders with a high need for socialized power will be successful as they focus on group goals that benefit others. Additionally, high-performing administrators tend to have a high need for achievement. Process theories focus on how motivation occurs. Bender identified 4 sources of self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is a person's belief that he or she is capable of performing a task successfully. The 4 identified sources include emotional cues. A pounding heart and headaches might become associated with poor performance and low self-efficacy. Verbal persuasion involves convincing people that they have the ability to succeed at a particular task. Vicarious experience is effective when employees see themselves as similar to the person or group they are modeling. The most important source of self-efficacy is past performance. Success on work-related tasks leads to confidence to complete similar tasks in the future. Equity theory claims that employees have a belief that the ratio of their outcomes to inputs will be fair and equitable. Outcomes are the things an employee receives as a result of performing the job, such as salary, promotion, or recognition. Inputs refer to the things that the employee contributes to performing the job and include education, experience, ability, effort, and attitude. Employees compare the ratio of their outcomes to inputs with the ratio of outcomes to inputs for a comparison group, either a colleague or a group average. When the ratios are equal, the employee has job satisfaction. When the ratios are perceived as unequal, the employee experiences job dissatisfaction. The employee will attempt to restore equity by altering inputs or outcomes, changing the comparison group, or leaving the organization. Equity theory has evolved into organizational justice. This is the extent to which organizational members perceive they are treated fairly at work. There are 3 dimensions to organizational justice. Distributive justice is the perceived fairness of how rewards are distributed. Procedural justice is the perceived fairness used to make decisions. Interactional justice is the perceived quality of the treatment employees received when rewards are distributed and procedures are implemented. Research shows perceptions of distributive and procedural justice are more positive when organization members are given input in decisions that affect them. Perceptions of the justice dimensions influence employees' motivation. Goal-setting theory states that under the right conditions, goal setting can be a powerful technique for motivating organizational members. According to goal-setting theory, administrators should make goals that are specific, attainable, accepted, and provide feedback. Specific goals let employees know what to strive for and allow them to measure their progress. Goals should be difficult, yet attainable. Participation in goal setting enhances goal acceptance and commitment. Feedback must be provided on goal attainment. Feedback helps members know how well they're doing and the adjustments that will improve performance.
Decision-making is the process of choosing from alternatives. Decisions are often based on routine, past practice, long-term goals, and mission. The rational model of decision-making bases decisions on increasing the chances of achieving a desired outcome or goal. The rational decision-making model is comprised of 6 steps: identifying the problem, generating alternatives, evaluating the alternatives, choosing an alternative, implementing the decision, and evaluating the decision. The final step of evaluation is critical. If there is still a discrepancy between existing and desired conditions, the decision-making process starts over. The reality of school resources often results in the bounded rationality model for decision-making. Decision makers would like to make the best decision, but typically settle for less than optimal due to constraints such as limited funding, time constraints, or lack of background knowledge. You can likely think of examples: large class sizes, lack of student and family support services such as social workers and counselors, and limited literacy and mathematics interventions at the middle school and high school levels. Decision-making styles range from highly autocratic to highly participatory. Effective leaders can determine which decision-making style is appropriate for a particular circumstance. An autocratic style relies very little on subordinates' input. The leader identifies the problem, generates the alternatives, and makes a decision. In a consultative style, the problem is shared with specific subordinates. The decision is made by the leader and may or may not reflect the subordinates' influence. In group style, the problem is shared with the subordinates as a group. The group generates and evaluates alternatives and reaches agreement on a solution. The leader is the facilitator and accepts and implements the group decision. Group style will be observed in building leadership teams or curriculum committees. Benefits of group decision-making include increased decision quality, creativity, acceptance, understanding, judgment, and accuracy. In group decision-making, there is a larger sum of knowledge and information accessible for generating and evaluating ideas, thus decision judgment is improved. Participation in decision-making increases acceptance. There is an adage: those who plan the battle don't battle the plan. There are problems with group decision-making. Group members' desire for consensus may become more important than evaluating problems and solutions realistically. This is termed groupthink. Escalation of commitment refers to the group's increased commitment to a course of action in order to justify their original decision. The field of education holds important work, hard work. Principles such as culture, motivation, structure, and communication are interwoven in effective school leadership. It is hoped that connections with your lived experience as a school leader provide even greater insights and deeper understandings of the content in this module.